All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Green Bay Packers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry here for Ty Montgomery. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Kaiser. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. They'll run with a second-year man from Louisiana, Elijah McGuire. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle, there to make the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Regular. Let it roll, snap.
Now Now this time, McCown will throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. They give him a gain of 38.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
On the carry, this is McGuire. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll run with McGuire. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shaking up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They run with a rookie from Virginia State, Trenton Cannon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first is McCown. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On 2nd down, here's McCown. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
McCown now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On the carry, it's Cannon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now McCown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd down, Kaiser. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Here we go. 190.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And the Jets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's McGuire, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And a play fake. McCown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He was looking for a new one there.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball here.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Well, that pressure came right up the middle. Remember the good old days when they would scheme to make sure that they smacked the guy snapping the ball? And you know, he had his head down. He's kind of in a vulnerable spot. Rules prevent that now. So you have to go about it a little bit differently, but you can still get pressure there.
And almost always, when you see somebody get to the ball, it comes off the edge. They're able to sneak through the middle of the line. Hard to believe.
Yeah, cardinal rule broken, isn't it? Right up the middle. That's supposed to be a place you protect the most.
Go for fellas. Hurry!
McCown to throw on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Yeah, over the ball. Regular, here we go. Regular. I'm coming after you, 25.
From the gun on third, McCown. Packer pressure, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now a run with Montgomery. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
They still need 6 yards here on third down after the penalty. Here's Kaiser. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking on the midfield logo. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Now McGuire. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. On play action, it's McCown. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Hey. Get up there, come back.
Back to the air on second down. McCown buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now McCown. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Neil Sterling, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out.
Here we go.
They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, this is Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll throw here, Kaiser, and he's going to go down again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll power his way out near the 25. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. McCown going to throw. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Flex round! Flex round!
Kaiser, this looks like a free play. Looking deep for Adams. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Kaiser now. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Flex round! Flex round!
Final play of the half. Kaiser got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They go again with McGuire. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's taken inside his own 40. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. They find some open field here. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
To throw is Kaiser. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Again, it's Williams. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
They'll run with Montgomery. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 1 yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw here. Kaiser flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Kaiser, forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Leonard Williams in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And Crosby puts it through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st and 10, here's McCown. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Working from the gun, McCown. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Throwing is McCown on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the rookie corner, Jair Alexander.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing now is McCown. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Let it roll, Snap. Nelson, go!
Shotgun here for McCown. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McGuire. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. McCown looking to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Let it roll, Snap. Go, fellas. Regular. Check 24. Now, go.
From the gun, it's McCown. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Anderson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Yes. Regular. Hey, switch. Regular. Mike 42. Regular. Down to go.
McCown. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Flex round.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Grand 38.
And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Flex round. Ohio.
Second down, Kaiser. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Kaiser now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On second down, Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And Crosby puts it through, and with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out come the Jets. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Yeah, ready for the hot now. Regular.
Back to throw. And he's got a moonwalk. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hurry.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And now it's second down. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. They'll come up with split backs in the backfield. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's third and goal. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Jets, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with a New England.